everyone. For those of you who are listening and watching this beautiful face for the first time, let me introduce myself. My name is Santisha Campbell of CampbellSuccessNetwork.com. I'm the CEO and founder of the Campbell Success Network, LLC, the creator of the Sales Success Academy program, and I am your #1 sales success strategist. I help you, yes, you, Nina, Vasti. Welcome, Vasti. I have never seen you on my live before. Hey, Charlene, what's tea? I help women, I help coaches, consultants, service providers, and network marketing leaders. I hope you guys develop habits that allow you to reach your goals, get the most out of your time, and create and maintain an action plan so that you can generate more sales online and build your empire. So do you guys love my background? I've been really playing around with this whole green screen concept. And last night, you guys really loved it. Thank you, Therese. I had to change my shirt because the last time I went live, my shirt was like blending in with the background. So I was like, let me try a solid color and not a super huge busy color and see if that makes a difference. And it looks like I'm coming in okay, according to what you guys are telling me. And I wanted to just try out my podcasting mic because I will be putting this on my podcast. Those of you who are not, yeah, it was the shirt, Therese, you're right. Those of you who are not subscribed to my podcast, y'all are missing out on some awesomeness. 2020, I'm going to be putting exclusive content on my podcast. So make sure you go to Anchor. Hey, right, Cynthia. Anchor at Domination Tribe, and you'll get access to that. Also, and Therese, if you could do, Therese, let me know. Therese, I'm sorry, she already did it. Those of you who are interested in joining my membership club is an amazing opportunity for you to learn how to generate more sales online in your business. Everyone is trying to create a pretty brand, and there's less and less women online right now trying to create that pretty brand account. So my Sales Success Academy membership club actually teaches you the tools, resources, and trainings that you need so that you can create that pretty bank account, right? Because we want a pretty bank account in 2020, right? So if you go to CampbellSuccessNetwork.com, CampbellSuccessNetwork.com, Therese just put the link right there in the chat over here on Facebook, you can get access to my membership club at an amazing low price of as low as $9, guys. Isn't that crazy? As low as $9. Like, you'll be insane. Hey, Kimberly, you'll be insane not to get inside of my membership program today, because every week I'm going to be dropping brand new pre-recorded trainings. It's going to be amazing. All the content is current. You're not going to get lost in all these modules and videos. It's so step-by-step that even my 5-year-old can do it. And it's all geared towards getting you to actually close more customers and more clients, which is actually the #1 problem that you are having in your business right now. It's not about how your brand looks. It's not. You know, it's really about what you can deliver, and are you actually delivering your product or service to the right people? So we go over various of things in my membership club, but the most important thing, the foundation of what we're going over, is you actually making money. Right? You guys got to look at that in 2020. Can we just have, before we get into this awesome content, can we just talk about that? You have to ask yourself this question. Am I making money, the amount of money that I want to make, or am I not making money? You're either doing one or two things every day in your business. You're either making money or not. It's not about, am I making my website look great? Or my graphics looking awesome? Right? Do I look pretty online? It's so much more than that. I always tell my clients, don't create this pretty brand, create a pretty bank account. That is what matters. And that's what I'm teaching inside of my membership club. Is for those of you who are just getting started, or maybe you've been in business for a while, you don't know how you're going to scale your business. Definitely get inside of my membership club, because not only do I have it at an extremely low price right now. You guys know I don't normally launch this my membership club often. I get it to a certain number and I close it out. So before I close out my membership club until late next year, y'all have to go and get inside today. CampbellSuccessNetwork.com. Like I said last night, those of you who join right now immediately, you guys know I reward fast action takers. I will actually give you my training on how to create residual income in your business. And this goes for whether you're a coach, consultant, service provider, or network marketer. You have to create residual income in every month in your business. And I actually teach you guys step by step on how you can get clients and customers to pay you over and over and over and over again. Who wants that? Type in me right now in the chat. If that's something that you've been seeking all year, in 2019, if you've been seeking all year finding a way on how to get customers or clients to pay you every single month, right? Get inside my membership club, because I'm going to teach you guys exactly how to get passive and active clients and customers. It's an amazing training, right? So camelsuccessnetwork.com is the link. All right, so let me do a quick shout out before I get started. We got Cynthia in the house. Thank you so much for hopping on. We got my girl Therese. We got Charlene. Thank you for hopping on. Yes, yes. All right, Tasha, you're already in it, girl, so you ain't got to worry about that. And I hope you saw the training that I did last week, because it was awesome and amazing. All right, so everyone, listen. What I want to talk to you guys about this week, you guys know I just launched my brand new series called Offense Plus Defense Equals Profits. And I made this series because if you watch my live from yesterday, I talked about how I was watching a football game recently, and it really showed me how much if a team can fail in winning because they're not doing great offense and they're not doing great defense, it's the same thing in our businesses, right? If you're not doing offense and defense in your business every single day, you're actually losing every single day. So that's what brought me to create this series and launch it, is to get you guys to talk about what a lot of coaches don't tell you, right? A lot of coaches out here, business coaches and branding coaches. Hey, Vanessa Vanzia, welcome. They talk to you guys about, hey, just build it and they will come. Build a website and people are going to start taking you seriously. Social real estate. They tell you to build a funnel and people are going to start to come and purchase your product or service in your funnel. They tell you to go live every day, right? And people will start buying your product or service. But when you notice that you are probably doing that consistently, you are probably going live a lot. Maybe you do have an awesome funnel. Maybe you launch your website, right? And you're starting to notice that nobody's really picking up what you're putting down. Hey, Natasha Poe, everybody say congratulations to Natasha Poe. She just joined my membership club last night. Congrats. And those of you who haven't joined already, go to camelsuccessnetwork.com and join right now. You can join today for as low as $9, guys. So make sure you get inside. But you're actually following what everybody else, all the gurus and all the experts, they're telling you to do. And you're starting to say, I'm not making any coin. I'm not making what they're promising that I'm going to make. I'm not making what they're expecting or projecting me to make. So they're not really telling you everything. Most of them are maybe teaching you how to go on the defense, right? By putting content out there and going on the offense and doing all that stuff, but they're not going really deep into it. So that's what this series is about. I'm going to really be talking to you guys about today on what to avoid when you're going on the defense in your business. All right, before I get started, I want to ask you guys a question. Who on here needs some serious help in their business? Right? Maybe you're a coach and you have an idea of what message and what brand you want to really get out there and share with the world, but people are not joining as clients. Maybe you're offering a product, maybe you're affiliate marketer, network marketing, direct sales, and you're not getting a large amount of people to buy your product. Put it down below and tell me exactly what you are struggling with, because this is important. And we all need help and guidance with this, right? And 2020, guys, I call it the twin year, because it's like the number 20 and the number 20, right? I call it the twin year because it's the year of you asking yourself, is your effort matching your bank account? Is your passion matching your bank account? That's the year to really assess and really look at everything that you're doing in your business. Are you actually making money or not? And if you're not, let me be the first to say, first to help you to admit to, it is actually your fault. When you go to bed tonight, Whatever is in your bank account or not in your bank account is at the end of the day is truly your fault. So you have to look back and say, what is it do I need to do more, and what do I need to do less of, so that I can actually see the results every single month, right? Every single month. Natasha said me, finding my audience. All right. Okay, who else has any questions about their business or talk about what you're struggling with? Finding your audience, guys. And I talked about this yesterday. You was on that live, Natasha. You have to go back down to the source, right? Every other coach out there is going to tell you to redesign that avatar, redesign your target audience. I always say, go right back down to the source. And the source is always you. You are the brand. You are always the foundation of what your dreamy customer or dreamy client or dreamy audience is. There's a difference. Nobody ever talks about this, but I'm going to say it on this show today. There is a difference between your target audience and your target client or customers. You guys know that? I have a lot of women in my audience, and some of them are great clients. And some of them are great people to do JVs with and great people to collaborate with. So never look at your audience as a group of buyers, right? Sometimes you got to look at audience as also a sector of women who to collaborate with, to do joint ventures with, partnership with, things like that. Right? So that way you can elevate your brand and elevate what it is that you're doing. Did that help, Natasha? I feel like that helped a lot of people. Natasha said, follow up, how soon after I need to contact clients after initial meetings? Immediately. I talked about that yesterday. He was on that live. Immediately. Never leave people the opportunity to think it over. Because whenever you leave somebody the opportunity to think it over, their limiting beliefs comes up. And their mind will always talk them out of something that's going to be a benefit to them. Because like I said last night, our brains are only there for us to survive, not for us to be successful. So all these points that you guys are probably going to be mentioning, I'm going to be going over in this live as well, because I know for a fact that this is a struggle. So today what I'm going to talk about is the defense side, right? The defense side of your brand, where you are building your audience, capturing leads, and growing. So I'm going to talk to you guys about the 3 things to avoid when you're on the defense side in your business. And those of you who just hopped on, please know I just relaunched my membership club. Now I'm doing open enrollment for that. So for those of you who want to secure your sales in 2020 and you want to get inside a community of like-minded women, just like Natasha did last night, go to campbellsuccessnetwork.com right now. You can get inside it for as low as $9, right? Awesome. I think it came after you. Could probably get over. No worries, Mama. You got this. So number 1 is the first thing that you got to avoid when you're going into the defense side of your business is a lot of people avoid capturing leads. A lot of people avoid list building. But surprisingly so, it's true. They avoid growing their list. They avoid getting more names, more emails, more data information. But you need that, guys. Somebody type in #need. You need that in order to scale your business. Every time you go live, every time you post, hey Angie, what's up? Every time you go live and every time you post, you're either doing 1 or 2 things. You're either making money or growing your list. Making money or growing your list. 1 or 2 things. Even when you're creating sales pages and offer pages and things like that, what are you doing with the people who are not interested? What are you doing for the people who are in the maybe corner, who are not necessarily sure or certain of whether or not they should buy your product or service? What is it that you're doing? Because to just go live and to just post for the purposes of doing it to make yourself seem like you're productive, really you're just keeping busy. You're not just really productive. You're actually losing, right? A lot of us are not building that list. We're missing opportunities to capture people and get them into our world, which is my second point I want to mention, which is a lot of people are avoiding creating a free group. I was listening to somebody's live the other day. A so-called coach said, don't create free groups. They take up so much time. But I'm going to tell you, free groups is an awesome opportunity for you to create more touch. And also for you to grow your list, because anybody that joins my group, my Success Tribe group, I ask you for your email. I ask you questions on what your needs are. And I also see whether or not you're interested in creating a change in your life right now. Because live streaming is chaotic. Our news feeds, if you really look at your dreamy audience or your dreamy customer or clients' news feeds, it is chaotic. There's so much marketing dollars being spent on sponsored ads. Type in me if just recently you have gotten so many sponsored ads on your timeline, not just on Facebook and Instagram, but also on YouTube. Like, you can't watch a video right now on YouTube for 5 to 10 minutes without getting a sponsored ad, some type of video ad of somebody offering your product or service. Before you even, the minute you click that video, right, you're getting an ad. Am I correct? It's so much bits of content being thrown in people's faces. So you have to say, well, how can I get people into my world? Right? And it's another touch. It's another way for them to pay attention to my content and my content alone. And you cannot do that without building a group. I call it building your community. I call it build your tribe. We talk about that a lot in my membership club. It's like, because your tribe is your vibe. Your tribe is an opportunity for you to get people access in a more deeper way to get to know and learn what you're all about. Right? So I said I had 3 points today. I'm going to throw in another one. This bonus one I want to throw in, which is actually going to be my number 3. I have 4 things, guys. So last 2 points. Okay. So number 3 is a lot of people avoid creating content. Creating content is the number one way to get on the defense. Creating content allows people to get an opportunity to know more about you. It's that know and like part of your business every day. And you got to be a high content creator. Going live once or twice a week or posting a couple of times a week is not enough. So Facebook, guys, you look at Facebook, you're watching me here on Facebook, and it's an awesome opportunity to get you to know who I am. But what are you doing to syndicate your content? What are you doing so people can actually watch you on demand? Are you leveraging YouTube? Right? Or what are you doing to allow people to get to really see you in your real life? Are you leveraging Facebook stories, Instagram stories, and TikTok? Right? Are you allowing people, those who are not really into watching video content, because there's a lot of people that don't like to watch lives and don't like to watch videos, but they love audibles and podcasts? Are you segmenting like this live here is going on my podcast? I'm taking the video, not the video, but the voice recording from this live, and I'm popping it on my podcast. So now those people who can't catch my live, if they're a subscriber on my podcast, they can catch it there. Right? You got to ask yourself, well, how can we all are content creators, right? But how can I dice up my content so that way I am actually allowing the massive amount of people who actually receive content in different way, whether it be video, audio, or in text? How am I leveraging that? How? And one of the main things we're going to discuss in my membership club also is syndication, because that is an important part of your whole business model. You actually syndicating your content. Are y'all following me so far? Type in me if this has helped you so far. And if you haven't joined my membership club, go to camelsuccessnetwork.com right now. You can join as low as $9 a month. If you're already in my private coaching program, my 4-month private coaching program, do not go to that link, because you guys get the membership club added as included in your package. So don't go there, because I don't want to give you guys a refund. But if you're not in any of my programs and you want to sort of get inside and see what I'm all about and actually learn some stuff too that works, okay, go to camelsuccessnetwork.com and get inside my membership club today. You can get inside for as low as $9. That's $9, guys. So my 4th point I want to make before I hop off here is, and Natasha, you mentioned this, Natasha Poe, and I hope I'm saying your last name right, sis. But Type in me if you avoid following up. Let's just be honest. I want to be real with you guys today. It's not the fact of whether or not, like Natasha, you asked a question on how soon or when should I do it. A lot of people ask a question on how do I do it. It's not the fact of that. The real problem is you actually doing it. You actually doing it, because in real life, ladies, we follow up. We really do. We will follow up in our real life, like in our home day-to-day life. Like my husband, right? He had to go and do something today, and I'm following up with him via text and saying, well, give me a follow-up. Let me know what's going on. Did you take care of this? Did you give them this paperwork? Right? You always follow up every day. With my kids' school, I make sure I follow up with the teachers to make sure that they are getting everything they need to get. Right? I follow up with the kids' homework. You took a test today. What did you get? We follow up in our day-to-day life. But the point is, and let me tell you something, Natasha. Natasha says she hates follow up. I'm so glad that you're honest, because most women who have a business, whether you sell a product or a service, we hate to follow up. But we ask that question to people all the time. Well, how do I do it? Well, my first answer to you is, first fall in love with it first. Because through your follow up, that is what, over 75% of your revenue. Nobody really makes a decision on a live, whether you're doing a live a broadcast or a live webinar or in-person type of thing. 9 times out of 10, that person does not decide until the back end. What are you doing on the defense side? See, we miss that point in our business. Is a lot of things that these coaches don't talk about. They say, well, you build it and people will come. No, if you follow up, then people will close. Following up will allow people to pull out their credit cards and say, listen, I need what it is that you have to offer. Right? I'm going to be doing a training. I'm about to record a training, and it's going to be launched in a couple of days inside of my membership club. But I'm going to be talking about that, how to follow up through email sequencing. Because I get so many times where a new client or somebody will say, well, Letitia, I brought that because you kept sending me some impactful emails, and you kept me going back to your offer. And that's why I brought. But initially, I didn't make a move. Natasha said, I try to avoid my customers are pretty persistent. Don't avoid them, because I'm telling you right now, Natasha, and it goes for all of you guys. I call it duck, duck, goose, right? It's like this whole duck, duck, goose I talk about, where it's like you guys are allowing people to steal your goose. A lot of you guys are setting it up for somebody else to take the touchdown. You got to fall in love with follow up. I have a 3L follow up system called look up, look back, and look through. And I do my 3L follow up system every single day. I never get, and it goes back to me being in corporate sales. I worked in corporate sales for a long time, over 15 years, right? And I used to work with this guy named Asif. It was this Pakistan guy. His name was Asif. And everybody hated working with Asif because he would close people back to back to back to back. So I'm sitting there, me, Asif, we were having a conversation, and I'm asking him, I'm like, well, what is it that you do? Because I was good with my numbers, but this man was crushing me every single month. And he said, listen, Letitia, this is what you got to do. What he used to call me. He had a different pronunciation of my name. But anyway, he was like, I only follow up. He said, I only stop following up when people tell me to get out of their face or they die. He said 9 times out of 10, I'll stop following up when somebody dies, He's like, so you got to keep following up with them, because at the end of the day, you could be setting yourself up for somebody else to take your goose. So you got to fall in love. Hold on one second, y'all. That's my husband. I got to answer this call. 1 second. Sorry about that, y'all. Listen, that's following up. Because I kept I was before I hopped on live, I'm texting him because he's handling some stuff right now. And I'm like, give me a follow-up. What's going on? Tell me what's going on, you know? And he just called me back and gave me an update. So sorry about that, guys. That was hubby. I had to answer it. It is what it is. Yes, Natasha, you gotta fall in love with it. You gotta fall in love with it. If you don't fall in love with it, you're not gonna win. You know, you're just not. You know, can I tell y'all a story that how I lost $21,000? Y'all want to hear that? How I lost $21,000? It was back in March of 2018. I missed out on a $21,000 sale. Now I've got many sales after that, you know, that equal that, but that loss. Thank you, Natasha. Natasha says she loves the analogy duck duck goose. Totally understands the importance of following up. It's important because, and this is what brings me into this story that I want to share with you guys. So back in March of 2018, I reached out to a young lady. She reached out to me. She saw that I was speaking at an event, and she reached out to me via Messenger. She was like, "Oh, Letitia, can we get on a one-on-one session? I want to learn more about what it is that you do." So boom, I got on a call with her. She loved my private coaching packages, you know, which is like an all-inclusive. We do everything and things like that. Hey, Robin. And so, you know, I got so caught up in life and business and stuff like that she was so interested, but she didn't hit the go button, you know, and I didn't follow up with her. Okay. So that was back in March. So I didn't follow up with her until about May. I saw she did a live on Facebook, and I was like, oh, let me reach out to her again. You know, she just happened to be popping up in my timeline. So I just remembered that I had a conversation with her like 2 months prior. So I wanted to see what it is that she was doing and see if she was ready. So I reached out to her and I said, hey, such and such, you know, how's everything going? I just want to know if we can have another conversation about you moving forward in your business. And she's like, oh, I hired somebody else. I'm like, okay. I was a little bit thrown off at that, which is, you know, that was fine. I didn't expect that answer. And I, you know, just for me being curious, I said, well, who are you working with and what's the package looks like? So after she told me who she was working with, and there was even offering half of what I offered. And she said, well, this person is charging me $21,000. I was just like, and she paid it. And I was just like, oh my God. I had to pause. It's almost like somebody kicked me in my throat. Like that's how it felt. Okay. It felt like, you know, when you say something smart to your mother when you was a little girl and she backhanded you without you seeing it, like that's how it felt. Okay. So I learned a lot from that experience. I learned, for one, that nothing in life other than your children and your well-being is more important than you reaching out, connecting, and follow up with people. It's just the honest truth. Nothing is more, somebody type in the word nothing. Nothing's more important than that. Because if you are not, hold on one second, y'all. Let me fix this. It looks like there's a split in my screen, but really it's the natural light coming in. Oh, okay. All right, good. Okay. Nope, it's back again. It's the sun coming in. Sun is coming through. Sorry, y'all. That's a little split. It was just annoying me. Oh yeah, I felt that, you know, and I was like, I'm never going to make that mistake again. I will always follow up with people, and I have a follow-up calendar. I have something that I have that just, you know, when I reach out to people, but also a lot of us don't know what to say when we're following up. So again, guys, that's more than enough proof that you guys need to get inside of my monthly membership program. Again, you could join for as low as $9 and go to camelsuccessnetwork.com. And y'all need that tool. So automatically you're going to get my training where I go over how to create passive and active customers and clients. And you're going to be able to get the pre-recorded training to when I talk about, you know, my whole follow-ups system and my follow-up process. No, first I'm going to talk about the strategy, the process, and the sequencing strategy. Somebody type that in the comments: strategy, process, and sequencing, because you need that. And a lot of people will go. I remember I was doing a training on that a couple of months back, and it's funny because Robin knows who this person is, and this other person says, decided to do a training or also talking about there's fortune in the follow-up. And hindsight, people reached out to me and said, girl, I didn't learn nothing in that training. Because nobody can teach you follow up if they're not living that life. That's another thing. Y'all need to stop following these people that be living on these islands and getting pesos and rupees, when really we work in American dollars, okay, which is a totally different level of currency. And y'all got to really follow people who are, I'm a New Yorker and I'm living this life. So if you're not living the life of that whole follow-up system, process, strategy, and sequencing, then you're not going to be successful at it. These people out here are teaching y'all following up are not living the life of follow-up. They're just not. You know, they're taking money for people and ditching and running with it. Right? It's the truth. I could bring a lot of clients on here that would speak volumes about me, and me vice versa about them. That's not shade. That's just being honest. So listen, everyone, go to camelsuccessnetwork.com right now. Get inside of my membership club program. I'm going to have it open for a limited time at that price. And make sure y'all get in. Again, the link is camelsuccessnetwork.com. You can join today for as low as $9. I'm going to continue on with this series because this is the missing piece in your business. And I know this for a fact is true. Yeah, Robin said true story. True story. True freaking story. People are spending upwards of $100K on coaching and not getting anything other than a pretty brand. Other than a pretty brand. That's all you're getting. But your bank account is still the same. If your bank account is really not the same, you're probably in debt right now. Because every time by the time somebody actually comes to me, they're already in hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt already in their business working with somebody else. I get that all the time. You know, they already spent a whole bunch of money with somebody else, and not only are they burnt out, but they're also a little bit, reluctant to work with people that are actually truly honest and are the ones who are delivering what's promised. Natasha said, build contact lists on digits need so much help. Yeah, Robin, you're right. Sometimes not. Girl, don't listen. Don't let me bring Robin up on here. Sometimes not even that. I know a lot of people that got the so-called pretty brand, right? And turn around 2 months later, they're like, well, I don't really even like that logo. Or hey, Sarah, how are you? Those are not even, I don't even really like those colors. I was just speaking to a new client I just took on. She's a private client. And I'm going over her membership site that got done by somebody else. And I was like, are you in love with this site? She's like, girl, I don't even like the colors. Like, they just gave those to me. And I was looking at it, I'm like, wow, look how much money you already spent on that. I know a lady that was girl, I could just tell y'all, I ain't even want to get into that today. That this live will go for a freaking hour if I really got into all this tea. And I don't mind. Don't get it twisted. I don't mind talking about this tea, but it's definitely something that will have to extend to another conversation. But more than anything, guys, make sure that you are watching this series. I'm going to be going live every day, give you guys some awesome nuggets. So make sure you show up here. And if y'all gotten all this value, just imagine what you're going to be getting inside of my membership club. So for as low as investment as $9 a freaking month, it's a win-win for you. And you need help. You need guidance. It's an awesome place to ask questions and get questions that is detailed towards your industry. Because some of y'all who are service providers, can I say this for those of y'all who are service providers, those of y'all who are actually offering services to people, you don't need to be doing a coaching program right now. I had this one lady that is an actual service provider. She offers entrepreneurs an opportunity to build an actual whole business model that they can give away to their team. And somebody said, well, why don't you build a program showing people how to do that? No, you're a service provider. You should be offering service-based products, service-based programs, not a whole digital package. because then that takes you outside of your service provider offer. And that's why you're not getting people, because people are looking for your services. They're not looking for your program. Y'all got to really look at what people are actually looking for. Okay. And again, her response to me was, well, now I have my epiphany moment. That coach is a person who is a course builder, right? A course builder. They're not somebody that can train me effectively on how to turn my service into a profitable business. So if you are a service provider, this is why I do a lot of hashtag service provider, because I really help you guys. Like Therese is one of my clients. She's a service provider. She offers a service. It will be a waste of time for her to offer a coaching program. That's a waste of time. Why you want to do that? Right? Robin offers a certification. It will be a waste of time for her to offer a coaching program or a coaching package. She offers a service. So really, you got to really ask yourself, see, a lot of these coaches will try to fit you in a box that they're comfortable with teaching. And you got to ask yourself, well, I want to fit in my own box of what I'm comfortable with offering. Because I always get on calls with ladies and they say, well, somebody told me to do this. I said, okay, but what do you feel like doing? Right? What do you feel like doing? What do you feel like you want to spend the majority of your day, time, energy, and effort in doing? If you don't want to work with people, okay, let me help you how to build something to where you don't have to work with anybody one-on-one. Right? I was just talking to one of my clients just now. Her name is Nedra Buckmeyer. She's in ministry, but she wants to get into the corporate world, right? So I said, girl, if you be honest, if you don't want to work with one-on-one people, you don't have to. Just because the world says that that's a good thing to do because it's an easy way to make multiple $1,000s, but if that's not where your passion is, you could make hundreds of thousands of dollars doing what it is that you feel that you love to do. Did that touch anybody? Type in me if that touched you so far, because that is the deciding factor. Like I told you guys yesterday, I want to get y'all to make a damn decision on what is it that you want to do and what you don't want to do right now. And if you see other people in your industry doing things and you're like, oh my God, I want to do that because you're getting so much success at it. Maybe right now your business is not ready for that. I was telling my clients this the other day, let's scale back for a minute and build residual income first. Let's figure out a system of something that you can create that's going to get people to pay you over and over and over again, instead of you're listening to everybody else telling you to make a core offer, a signature offer, a high ticket offer that you yourself is not even ready to keep up with. Because I'm gonna be totally honest with you guys, having one-on-one clients or even group clients, they are demanding. And some of y'all are still working a job, right? Some of y'all schedules, you have to-do lists longer than the hours in a day. There's 24 hours in a day and you got 30, 40, 50 different things on your to-do list. And right now, God has not positioned you to overwhelm yourself. So you got to say, well, Lord, what level should I be at right now? That you're going to give me the tools, the resources, and the connection to be in this level and be profitable in this level. Instead of jumping in that huge ocean and you get drowned in the waves. And every time you get more and more deeper and deeper, you're spending more money. And Robin would tell you, there's a lot of coaches, I call them Band-Aid coaches, right? Where you come with them with a problem that you're having in your business, and you could be already in their highest package, right? You could already be a private client or a group client, whatever. And they're like, okay, I know you're having issues at this level, but you know what? Let me just give you, why don't you pay for this, $2,500 or $4,000 or $5,000 for this, and we could build this for you. And they just put it on a Band-Aid, right? On the thing that you had the issue in the first place. So instead of them piping down and saying, okay, how can we turn this into a profitable thing for you? So that way, not only can you afford the other assets, right? But you also now know exactly how to create your system that works. They just put a Band-Aid on. They say, okay, let me send you over an invoice and you pay for this and you pay for that. And now you're deeper and deeper in debt. So really, you're not getting your questions answered. You're just making them more and more money to get on a TV, to pay to get on in Entrepreneur magazine, or pay for them to get on a TV show, or pay for them. Like, you're just paying. Y'all saying, oh wow, they're on the TV show, they're in the magazine, and oh my God, maybe they level up. But no, they're paying for that. Because I'm telling you right now, Entrepreneur Magazine, all these other magazines are not reaching out to people saying, I want you in my nag. Okay? Unless you were like an Oprah Winfrey or something like that. Okay? They're not paying for you, this online marketer, to be, they're not saying, oh, no. You got to contact the people you need to contact. Okay? This is real tea. And put in some coin for you to have their name featured on your media kit or your website, as seen here. Robin said they rush clients to create an asset, yes, that isn't fully thought out, resulting in more time, money. That's true. That is so true. And I do this with my private clients. We're not creating assets. If you're going to be my private client, don't come at me saying, oh, let's jump into making a funnel or website. No. Let's get you first prepared on what it is that you need to offer and what you need to do. And thank you so much for saying that, Robin. I was just speaking to my client this morning. I said, girl, okay, let's create your content first. Before we get to the whole membership portals and all this portal site stuff that you have to pay for to maintain every month. That's another thing. Anything you put your content on, you have to pay for that service. So let's first build it. Let's first build it. Let's build like Noah's Ark, like I said last night. Let's build you the ship first before you start getting people on it. Because I best believe nobody was going to get on Noah's Ark with a bunch of holes and nails hanging out of the side of the ship. Would you get on a Noah's Ark? Come on, y'all, all my Bible girls. I'm a Bible girl. Y'all know that I'm a God girl. Okay. If Noah was making an ark and it had a bunch of nails hanging out, holes in the foundation, you'd be like, I'm not riding with this. No, he had to build it and secure it before them people and the animals. Okay, we forgot about the animals now. Before the people and the animals got on that ark. Where is your foundation? The foundation is not an asset. The foundation is the product or service that you're offering. That is the foundation. Because people can see that pretty funnel, that pretty website. And I got caught in that trap too. Looking at people's pretty old branding films and stuff like that. And then you pay, you get inside and you're like, oh my God, what is this? What is this? What is going on? This is and then when you decide not to work with that person, this happened to me recently, they didn't want to make it like, oh, you're the problem. Like, oh, you're the problem because I've been seen on this, in this magazine, I've been on this TV show, but you had to drop that coin to get on somebody else's platform. I create my own platform. Okay. Don't come for me. Content is key. Yes, Robin. Content is key. Okay. And I want to say this one more time because I really feel like one person on here is struggling with this. And I want to help you focus on this one thing. Is to look at what industry you're in right now, or you're a coach, or you're a consultant, or you're a service provider, or you're a network marketing leader. Which one of those you're in? And ask yourself, what do you feel comfortable building right now that's still going to allow you to produce profits? Don't let no coach force you into positioning yourself in a box that don't physically make sense for you. Now, I want to shout out Shantae Lagans on here. Shantae, if you're still on here, if you could put up some emojis. Shantae, I was stalking you this morning, girl. Yes, I'm a little bit of a stalker, you know. I was stalking you, Shantae, this morning, and I saw something very interesting on your business page, by the way. Why is this glare coming in? I'm sorry, y'all, about this glare that's coming in on my screen. And I noticed that on one of your graphics, you crossed out the word mentorship and you put guidance ship or something like that. I could go back and check it. And I like that. I was like, oh, she is like changing. See, It's the power of words. And Marielle, everybody give Marielle a big shout out. She just joined my membership club this morning. Thank you so much, Marielle, for joining. You're going to get an email from us soon. Thank you, Shantae. Shantae just put up emojis. Make sure you guys are following Shantae Lagans. Amazing woman, amazing. And so I looked at that. I'm like, wow, and I was talking about this. When was I talking about this? The power of the words. I think I was talking about this on Sunday to my clients. And I was saying that, yeah, I was talking about this on Sunday. The repositioning of the words that we say also ties into what the message is that we want to convey. It's almost like, and God brought this on my spirit this morning. He was like, I didn't call you to draw. You ever see y'all ever had a coloring book growing up? Like on Christmas or in elementary school, that you'll get a coloring book to sew. And I buy my kids coloring books all the time. They're really inexpensive, and it gives them something to do, you know what I'm saying, rather than playing a bunch of video games. But I realized that I raised my children, and my father raised me to draw outside the line. Right? We all was raised to, when we draw in a coloring book or whatever, and whether you're drawing with a colored pencil or crayon, oh, draw in the line, stay in the line, right? But really, God is calling us to draw and circling outside the line, that white space that nobody wants to touch, right? We are so afraid to talk about things that are controversial. But the fact that I talk about things that are controversial every day, I do talk about these branding coaches and these business coaches that are creating crappy programs. So by the time somebody comes to me, they have all these limiting beliefs about their destination, about their business, and about God's promise, that they decide to say no because they've been burned, right? Because a coach wanted them to draw inside the line instead of touching that white space and get really deep on what content that they put out there to the world, that they build an average business and a less than profitable bank account. And I be catching fades sometimes too, not physical fades, because ain't nobody gonna touch this beautiful skin, honey, and walk away okay. But I've been catching those internet fades, y'all know I got nieces on here, that look at my content and say, wow, wait, what are you doing? I'm like, no. I'm an outside the line drawer. Sometimes my artwork looks a little messed up to the secular eye, to the unspiritual eye. But all my spiritually connected sisters know exactly where I'm going here. The languaging. So when I saw that Shantae changed the whole languaging and she crossed out mentorship, because there's a limiting belief about mentorship. There's limitations to mentorship. Because not every client I want to be just like me. I want my clients to find their own unique self and define that. And yes, sometimes in the beginning, your clients will mimic you just slightly a little bit because you are the blueprint. You are probably the first Black girl that they've seen that doesn't really give a damn about how you distribute what it is that you have to say. So of course they're going to be comfortable. But at some point, like I have this one client named Jackie, and to see her evolve to who she is now, it's a beautiful thing to see as a mentor, as somebody who is mentoring her. So it's a process. And that's the awesome part about coaching that people don't really talk about, because a lot of coaches are in this business for the wrong reason. This is a $1 trillion business. Don't y'all know that? The e-learning, the coaching, this industry is a $1 billion industry. So never feel that you are in oversaturated land, because when you're talking about $1 trillion, that means that there's more than enough money for all of us to make. And guys, if you haven't shared this out, share this out. But when you're talking about that massive amount of money, that means anybody can get in. I was talking to my husband about this yesterday. I was like, babe, you talk about football and basketball all the time. Why don't you start a YouTube channel and start monetizing it? But he said, well, this person already are dominating that lane. No, they're not. Between the both of those people you're talking about, they only got up to 200,000 followers. You're not looking at the trillions of people because YouTube is one of the number one search engines right behind Google, right? People, I go on YouTube to learn how to lace a lace front, how to melt it on, get it. Y'all sisters know what I'm talking about when you like, oh, I'm thinking about buying me a new lace front, but I want to learn how to get it, melted on me so it look like it's growing out of my scalp. So, because when we get our lace fronts, there's always that girl out there trying to, be the detective. Is that her hair? Is this a lace front? And when they see that little, the ridges, oh, you got caught with that. So I'm like, okay, let me see how to lay it down, and I go on there. I went on YouTube the other day. What was the last thing I searched for on YouTube? I can go in my phone right now and check. I think it was, relaxers. I'm trying to find a new brand of relaxer to use for my hair. So if y'all have any suggestions, let me know, because I'm about to take these braids out. Okay. And I was looking up relaxers and crochet. I don't know if I want to get a crochet style, because y'all know I love my crochet styles because it's easy. Get my mama to cornrow my hair, and I just sit there for 2 hours and put weave that crochet, get my needle out, girl. I could bust down a crochet in about two tops hours, okay? But I'm like, should I get a relaxer or a crochet? I don't know. I'll see. So I was looking that up because they got some new crochet elastic extensions now. And so I was seeing, oh, that's cool, So yeah, it's number 5. So I was telling him, yeah, you can do it too, But I don't know where I was going with this, but the point I'm trying to make, I just let the spirit, talk sometimes. So y'all just have to follow along, and some of y'all have to revisit me back to my original content I was talking about. This glare, y'all, I'm sorry, this is the sunlight coming in, and that's why it's messing with my green screen. Hold on, let me fix it. All right, it is what it is. But do y'all get what I'm talking about? Robin said it also creates a power dynamic. Shantae Lagans removes it. Absolutely. It creates that power dynamic, or that misconception already that people have about mentorships and mentorships programs, period. And it lets her audience know that I'm not about that life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about that whole life of where you come to a call and you're just, it's just a listen shop. I'm changing the game. We're going to be guiding you through the process, so that way you can reach your ultimate destination on your terms. And that's the powerful piece that I took from her graphic. It's like everyone tells you to get a graphic, get a logo, but does it really represent the message? That, not even the message. Let me not say message. I'm going to eliminate that word from my vocabulary in business. But does it create the impact, right? Like when people see it, does it literally punch them in the jaw? Like, oh, I felt that. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of message of impact you want to put out there. Like, people not just read it or see it, they feel it. They feel it. You know what I'm saying? And it just seeps through in a big way. Huge big way. So listen, guys, I'm gonna hop off on that. I just want to leave with that message. But again, if you haven't joined my membership, make sure that you do go to camelsuccessnetwork.com. Also, I want to announce my success show that I'm going to be relaunching. As you guys know, I've been doing my success show, oh my God, since I think it was like 2017. And this time I'm repositioning it to powerful sisters who are doing some impactful things online. So if you're interested in being a guest where I'll be interviewing you, definitely inbox me here on Facebook or email me at letitiacampbellconsulting@gmail.com. It's a great opportunity for you to get in front of my audience and get your name out there. And when I say sisters, guys, can I just make this disclaimer? I don't just mean my women of color. I mean, everybody's a sister to me. If you're a Latino, you're a sister to me. If you're a white girl, you're a sister to me. I had some amazing women from all various different types of nationalities offer me some amazing opportunities. So everyone is my sister who's creating an impactful business. I just want to be clear on that. Yeah, drop me a message. Let me know. For the most part, it's just a great opportunity. It's spreading the word, spreading your brand. It's in giving out some amazing content. All right, y'all. So thank y'all so much for watching. As always, don't forget, get out there and dominate, because it's time to design a life that you deserve. Till next time, see you guys later. Bye.